Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to check for your gig in the Fiverr search listings. So it's important to know where your gig is ranking. After publishing your gig, you want to find your gig in the search. You want to know where you are ranking with respect to the number of competition in your niche, and this is very important. So I'm going to be showing you in this particular video. So I don't want to waste your time. I want to go straight to the point. But before I do that, be sure to subscribe to this channel if you are watching this channel for the first time, or if you are returning to watch another video on this channel and you are yet to subscribe. Kindly subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, subscribe and turn on post notification. Now so this is an incognito window, so I'll just go to fiverr.com. Okay, so from here, one of the things you need to know is, when it comes to checking your gig ranking, there are different routes to take, but I'm going to teach you how to do it manually. Doing it manually is actually the best thing. It's actually the best way to go as far as Fiverr is concerned. When you create a new gig on Fiverr, within 5 minutes of creating your gig, you should see your gig on a page called the newest arrivals page. Now I'm going to show you what I mean. So let's just look for a random let's just say logo design. Okay, so we're right here. So let's say you're providing a service called logo design. Now by the time you search for the keyword logo design or any keyword on Fiverr, and then you see sorted by here, where my mouse is, you can see here it is the default filter. There is relevance. Now potential buyers have three options. They can filter by relevance or best selling. That's if they are looking for the best selling gigs, they want to buy from the best selling gigs, they will select this one. Then this is the one you will select shortly after creating your gig. After creating your gig and your gig has gone live on Fiverr, within 5 to 10 minutes, or sometimes up to 30 minutes or thereabout, you should find your gig on the newest arrival page. So what you will do is, let me just go to the steps that I just outlined here. The first step says know your keywords. So when you are creating your gig, you will have a particular keyword in mind. So let's say your main keyword is logo design, and of course if your main keyword is logo design, you are going to have logo design in your title, in your description and your tags, right? If your main keyword is video editing, you are going to have video editing as a keyword in your title. You are going to mention it a couple of times in your description, and you are going to include it in your tags. So let's say your main keyword is logo design. So after searching for logo design, you want to come here and filter by newest arrival. Let me just drag this down. So you filter by newest arrival. By the time you filter by newest arrival, your gig should be here. In fact, your gig will be appearing in the first row. If you are checking 5 minutes after publishing your gig or 10 minutes after publishing your gig, you'll find your gig on this page, on the first page. Now the number of gigs on this page, you can see this one says 29,000. That's the number of gigs, new gigs in this particular niche for this particular keyword. Now some niches, they might just have 100 services here on the newest arrival page. That's 100 new gigs that have just been created within that period. Now once you see your gig on the newest arrival page, that means what that is telling you is that Fiverr has included your gig in their search listings. That means your gig has the potential to get seen by potential buyers. But that is just the beginning. That is just where the work starts. Now after that, the next thing you want to do is you want to search again for that same keyword. But before that, let me check the second point here. I just covered that. I said check the newest arrival page shortly after creating your gig. So the third point here is search for your main keyword on the relevance page, and that's what I'm about to show you now. So you see, after searching for logo design, now I'm just using logo design as a case study. Your service might be Shopify store, YouTube thumbnails, article writing, copywriting, whatever. Just make sure your main keyword as included in your title, you pick it and search for it in the Fiverr search box. So now when you search for logo design, we are on relevance page. Now if you are creating a gig in this category, logo design, you are targeting this keyword, know that there's so much competition. There are about 230,000 results. So if you create a gig, don't expect to be seen anywhere near the first page of this relevance. In fact, don't expect to be seen on pages 1 to 20, right? So that is why you want to niche down. So instead of logo design, before creating your gig, you want to you can see by the time you type logo design, you're going to get some suggestions by Fiverr. This is what people are searching for, right? Instead of searching for logo design, people are searching for logo design are also searching for t-shirt logo design, clothing brand logo design. So let's select this. You can see instead of 230 something thousand results, you have 7,000. This tip I'm giving you here is golden. Look at what we've just done. We've just narrowed down our competition from 230,000 to 7,000. So instead of creating a gig on cloth brand logo design, I would create a gig on clothing brand logo design. And if you check, you'll see that the people here are still getting orders. So I just opened one of the gigs. That's the first one on the first row, and you can see this person has 2 orders in queue. So those are the things you want to do. You don't want to pick a keyword. You want to pick the fights that you know you can win. So that is just that about that. No. So after creating, let's say you create your gig on clothing brand logo design. Now, after checking your gig on the newest arrival page, the next thing you want to do is search for your keyword, just like this again. After searching for it, then you start going page by page. The chances of you being on the first page straight away is very slim. So you want to start going, you want to search, you want to go to page 2. So you continue like that, you continue. Now, because your gig is new and you don't have any review, you've not gotten on any order, you've not gotten any review, Fiverr doesn't trust you enough to push your gig to the first page. So after creating your gig, and the most important thing is to make sure your gig is on the newest arrival page, which is very easy to achieve if you follow the normal steps. If you've not copied anybody's gig description, you've not copied anybody's gig image, and if you've created a unique gig and everything, your gig will be on the newest arrival page. Then after that, the next thing you need to do is to start promoting your gig. Now, the very first day you create your gig, you might, depending on your competition, you might go through the search and not find your gig. But the thing is, the more you promote your gig, and as your gig ages, sometimes after like 2 months, your gig is already 2 months old. Even when you've not gotten any review, your gig might start increasing in rankings. But the thing you want to do is make sure you promote your gig and make sure you get those few ratings, those few reviews, those first few reviews. The moment you get those ones, your gig will start ranking. Then maybe you'll start seeing your gig on page 7, on page 8, on page 10. But without any review, depending on your competition. So let's say you are competing in a niche like let's say better reading. So let's say this is your main keyword, better reading. This is just 2,958 services. So the first day you create your gig, you might find your gig on maybe page 15 or page 18 or even page 20. But whether you find your gig or not, the most important thing is to see your gig on the relevance page. That's for a new gig. But if you are not a new gig, then if you already have reviews, then just follow this method and keep searching from page 1, then go to page 2, go to page 3, 4, 5, 6. Check through the gig. You should see your gig somewhere. Then as you get more and more reviews, you should see your rankings improve. So that is just what I want to cover here. Some people will tell you to use third-party apps, to use these sites to check your rankings. All those things don't really work. The best thing is to learn to do them manually. You see, I was talking about gig ranking, but I ended up going about how to actually stream down your competition, actually lower your competition on Fiverr. Even if that is the only thing you will learn from this video, it's a big deal, honestly, because most of these things are interwoven. If you are competing for a keyword that is too competitive, then there's no way you are going to be able to see yourself ranked. You're not going to rank without any reviews. You will need to work your ass off. That's why it's always good to start with low competition keywords on Fiverr. Then that way you'll be able to search. When you search, you'll be able to see your gig in the Fiverr search listings. So let me just go to the last point here. So keep monitoring your position for each keyword as well as your impressions. So another thing you want to do is, after creating your gig, you want to keep monitoring your impressions. You want to keep looking at where you are in the search box. So let me go to this main account here. Yeah, so you want to go to your gigs and you want to keep monitoring your impressions. You see, after creating your gig, from the next day, that's from the second day, after 24 hours, you start seeing your impressions will start going up. You might see one click, a couple of clicks here, but just make sure you are getting impressions, right? The more impressions you get, then make sure you are promoting your gig on social media, on different platforms. There are ways to get reviews. There are some black hat methods to get reviews and get some ratings here and there, but I'm not going to be sharing them on YouTube. If you want to learn about them, you can join my Telegram group for that. So that is that for now, and so see you in the next video. And before that, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more fire tips. I'll be churning out these tutorials over the coming days. Then I'll be I promised that there'll be like a series of tutorials on how to get started on Fiverr, so I'm working on that. I'll start making videos about them maybe this weekend or so. So thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like on the video, and turn on post notification. So peace out.